let's get you all dried off here. Come on. I know you just got out of the shower, looking real good. Hold on a second here. All right, now here, I know. Let me fix your hair. Let me fix your hair a little. So you look good for everybody, huh? Take a look. What do you think? Yeah, it looks pretty good, huh? Yeah, I know. Got out of the shower. We're all ready to go for the show and everything like that. You know, hey, your hair's getting a little long there, isn't it? Yeah, hair's getting a little long. It's starting to look like mine a little bit. I'm starting to look like you. What? 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 It was a joke. Come on, I'm just talking about my... Kids these days. Greetings, fellow YouTuber. My name is Tim. Welcome once again to the often imitated, never duplicated GainerWorld International Complex. This is your weekly dose of GainerWorld Live, brought to you from somewhere in the Midwestern United States, soon to be relocated. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Want to thank everybody who's already been coming in tonight to talk to us and say hi. I want to say hi to everybody who's already in here. If you're in here, please, by all means, let's hear from you in the chat room because, this is what this is all about. We love having everybody here. We love having everybody together. That's the way this whole thing started, really. We started this off as just a way to kick the quarantine blues. People sheltered in place. They're sitting at home. They're, doing whatever it is that they do. And we just kind of hang out and have fun. If you're looking for a big, high-profile weekly production, yeah, boy, this sure ain't it, let me tell you. It's just a little way for all of us to get together and just say hi and find out how everybody's doing. Got people in the chat room already. DJ Zath, as always, is here, and we thank him very much. He is simulcasting us on the often imitated, never duplicated Warp Radio Network. Go to warp-radio.com, warp-radio.tv if you want to see the video, if you're not a YouTube fan. Zath also informs me that we're on Twitch now. He's got a simulcast on Twitch, and we want to say hi to the fine folks at Twitch TV. So... It's just allergies. It's not the coronas, I swear. But DJ Zath is here. Little sister Judy representing the CO. Yeah, doing that. Donna Joanne is in to say hello to us this evening. We appreciate that, Donna. Thank you ever so much for joining us. Welcome to this wonderful little mess that we slap together every week. And I'll say it one more time. If you're looking for really big, high-end entertainment, oh, Johnny, you're backing the wrong horse. Also, my favorite screen name of all time is here. Todd Ed is here this evening, and we appreciate Todd stopping in as always. We appreciate everybody stopping in. Like and subscribe. That's the best way that I can tell you. That's the best thing that I can tell you here to... just stay informed on what it is that we're doing. And what we do is we just get together once a week and we say hi and we talk and we chat amongst ourselves in the chat room. And I've got my 12-string guitar sitting right over here, right off camera. And we'll be playing a couple of songs in a few minutes and just talking about what's going on in life this week. Lots of weird stuff happening. 2020 has been a really strange year, to say the very least. But I'm telling you, I did not see this one on my 2020 bingo card. Not by a long shot. And this is how I know that this is it. This is the apocalypse, y'all. This is the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. Thank you, Michael Stipe. You can forget everything you know about the coronavirus. You can forget everything that you know about the murder hornets. You can forget everything that you know about bubonic plague in Mongolia. You can forget everything that you know about the bubonic plague being shown in squirrels in, I think it's Colorado, was it? Nope. This one eclipses them all. Abba has gotten back together. I know, this is upsetting to a lot of people. I get it. But yeah, no, it's official. The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, Bjorn, Benny, Frida, and what's her name, according to TMZ, according to a lot of publications actually, has said that Benny has come out and said that Abba has recorded 5 songs and that these songs will be released in 2021. And that really just scares the hell out of me. I saw pictures of them in a reunion in 2018, and for us young prepubescent 80s boys that were really down with Frida and the other one. Yeah, none of them have aged well. I'll just put it to you like that. It's really bad. But that's the news right now. No word on an exact date of release, but yeah, the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, Abba, have recorded 5 songs. And yeah, game over, man. That's just all there is to it. Game over. Don't get me started. Donna Joanne says, I love Abba. It's okay, Donna. We all have our cross to bear. I can just say that. Adam Allred has passed by tonight. Thank you, Adam. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping into the Gainer Go Round. We certainly appreciate it. Elena is here. Hi, Elena. Everything is cool. That means the Danimal is with us. Danimal, what up, dude? Always a good time having people here. I appreciate it, and I repeat to you, like, subscribe, get the notifications, do all that YouTube stuff. And speaking of YouTube stuff, if you're looking for David Dobrik or PewDiePie, no, it ain't happening here, okay? We do this once a week for everybody to get together, say hi, talk amongst ourselves, maybe play a couple of songs, and just generally have a good time. And speaking of music, as you can tell, if you are a regular viewer to this well-organized mess, you can tell I have not moved. Now, you got my name right. Yeah, he says Adam. But believe me, Adam, I understand where you're coming from. Do you know how many variations there are on the name Gainer? I'm just saying. But speaking of music, the best thing that I can tell you is that, as you can tell, we have not moved. Now, why does this make a difference to you? If you're a new viewer, I am in a currently undisclosed location somewhere in the Midwestern United States, soon to be relocated. I have bought a piece of property, and I will be moving soon. There's just one little bitty problem, and you hear my phone going off, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But the little bitty problem is that the paperwork is being held up. It has been held up quite some time now. And it is becoming pretty much the running joke of not just this show, but myself personally and everyone around me. So I've decided to make use of this time to put together a little thing called, is it Ocean? Megan Paulette wants to know, is it oceanfront property in Arizona? First off, Megan, hi. Also, hold that thought. Megan Paulette is here. Hold that thought for just a second. Megan, don't go anyplace. So we have decided to create a little contest. And the contest is, when is Tim moving? Now, what you need to do as the devoted Gainer viewer is simply guess a date of when I will be leaving this apartment for the very last time. And you have to send it to admin@timgainer.com. That's admin, ADMIN, Alpha Delta Mike India November, @timgainer.com. GAINER, just like the Olympic dive. And the person that comes closest to guessing which date I actually move out of here for the last time will get a personally autographed copy, vinyl copy, of my album Honor Among Thieves. In the event of a tie, yes, both of you will get one because, hey, homie, don't play that, okay? It's just that simple. It's allergies. It's allergies. It's not the coronas, I swear. So get those entries in because very soon we'll be hopefully getting out of here. And you could win an album. So Elena says, I listened to your music on YouTube the other day. I love it. Beautiful guitar. Kudos, my friend. Thank you, Elena. Coming from you, that means a lot to me. I really do appreciate it. As to your move, can you tell us who your professional movers may be? My son is a mover. Wink. Oh, okay. Well, hey. Oh, my SO is in a... Well, we will talk, my dear. Donna says, is that the only prize? Okay. Glad to see you're not picky, Donna. Also, I mentioned Megan Paulette, who, if you have never heard her music or never heard her name, you need to, because she is a very gifted artist in the Pittsburgh area. And also shares the charts with me on the Homegrown Underground Sound Show Top 100. And I'm very privileged to say that. But also, and I'm going to, we're gonna spill a little tea on you, girl. We spill a little tea on the Megan. Our Miss Megan Paulette was recently engaged. Congratulations to Megan. She is marrying her college sweetheart, I believe it is, or high school sweetheart. Some guy, I don't know, some random dude she met on sent in the matchbox. I don't know what happened. But she is engaged, and we congratulate her, and all kinds of fun stuff like that. What kind of tea? Yeah, some states still haven't legalized it yet, Elena, so, it's really kind of hard to say at this point. Let's just say that the good folks at Windy City Cannabis they're wonderful folks. No, not like that. It's comedy, people. Come on, get over it. But, so, definitely, and I mentioned the Hug Show. I will say this. Come about this time last year, or almost this time last year, I really didn't think that, Megan says, I don't know what happened either. I say, you gotta lay off the tequila shooters, girl. That's just all there is to it. All right, I mean, what can I tell you? You're there. It's happy hour. Next thing you know, you're in Vegas. It happens. But the good folks at My Sons and I are into teas. My favorite is hibiscus, says Elena. Actually, okay. Truth in advertising, this is actually coffee. Okay. I have very few addictions in my life. And one of them just at this stage of life just turns out to be Starbucks. And people like Elena and other friends of me, kidding, ha 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 ha, thank you very much. We did meet in college at a musical audition. These show business types. I hear you. Elena says, smack my head. What can I tell you, kid? I think I read somewhere today's actual National Tequila Day. Yeah, you would know about that, Megan, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they say I'm the junkie. Yeah, no. Things like that are not even an option for me anymore. For obvious reasons. But going back to the Homegrown Underground Sound Show, of which people like myself and Adam and Megan are all part of, and I'm very happy to be part of that. Donna says to Elena, try Wake the Hell Up Jamaican... this is coffee. Wake the Hell Up Jamaican Crazy. Oh, girl, that sounds potent as hell. Oh, no. No, Mama didn't raise no fool, okay? I mean, don't get me wrong. I am that type of person, and anybody who knows me realizes that I drink coffee simply for the medicinal... I drink coffee for the medicinal value, okay? I hate the taste of coffee, and people that know me know that I like a little coffee with my sugar. In fact, a friend of mine actually, I remember them almost gagging when they went to McDonald's one day, and they had to, and I wrote down, here's my order for coffee. Okay, I need a large coffee with 2 creams and 20 sugars. And in the background, I had to yell, "No, she's not kidding." So yeah. But yeah, no, Starbucks coffee is made for one reason and one reason only, and that is to kickstart the central nervous system. And that's just all there is to it. Okay? And that's really, that and Pepsi are like my only two vices these days. Emo's Not Dead coffee is awesome. Okay, I've never heard of that. Emo's Not Dead coffee? I like that. All right. Welcome to this week's episode of Caffeine Connoisseur. I'm your host, Chuck Worley, and today we're talking about Emo's Not Dead coffee, a fine Jamaican blend. Really, you guys? What? Oh, man. I love my audience. I really do. I love you guys. I mean, we go from talking music to talking coffee, talking this YouTube channel, the YouTube channel for Emo's Not Dead coffee is hilarious. Okay, now it's bad enough. My sister is telling me that there is a coffee called Emo's Not Dead. Now you're telling me there's a YouTube channel for this. Yeah. Okay. Anybody had Emo is Dead YouTube channel on their 2020 bingo card? Anybody? Just asking. Tastes with a hint of coconut. It's not Jamaican coffee. Okay. Well, if it's not Jamaican coffee, it's not that type of Jamaican coffee. I don't want it. Okay. I mean, I want to be able to see trails. This is what I'm talking about. It tastes with just a hint of coconut. That could be fun. Tell them how much sugar is in that coffee. Elizabeth Jecka has popped in. Thank you, Elizabeth, and good evening. I just got done telling them the story of the coffee. And I full disclosure, Elizabeth is the person that had to go to McDonald's one day and order a cup of coffee for me and brought it back. She was looking a little green, with good reason, actually. I mean, it's, hey, like I said, I like a little coffee with my sugar, okay? And I'm not proud. I mean, my God, look at my dental work, Is this no indication of, well, that and cocaine abuse, but that's another story. Thank you to everybody who's joining in the conversation. This is a lot of fun this evening. I really do appreciate it. If you're watching and you haven't been... you're already worn down, speaking of caffeine, says Zath. Well, buddy, you got to recharge. Let's go. You got a show to produce here. Come on, let's get to work, okay? I ain't paying you, What do you think I'm paying you for? Oh, wait, I'm not. That's right. Well, just the same. You have other talents, I'm sure. Donna, do not get that man started. You don't want this. I swear, you don't want this. Oh, it's Friday night. I appreciate it. Thanks to everybody. If you're not in the chat room, come on in. You can tell we're having a lot of fun, talking about all kinds of nifty things. I keep trying to get into Hugs Radio, which I'm very proud to say. One of the tracks still, or two of the tracks still from Honor Among Thieves, is still in the top 20. We've just found out today that Lady in Black, my cover of Uriah Heep's Lady in Black, is number 4. Cracked the top 5, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Sunrise Also Fell, I believe, is also number 12. And there's actually 2 tracks from my son's band, the Studs. 3, actually, that are in the top 100. And I'm very, very proud of that. And I'm very... congrats on the good numbers, says Zath. P.S. You call this fun. Ha ha. Hey, listen. You knew the job was dangerous when you took it, Ace. So my people like myself and Megan and Adam and other people that are truly involved in this show. And it's a radio show. If you haven't heard about this, and Zath, please forgive me. I know I shouldn't be talking about this on Warp Radio, but this is something that really needs to be said to the independent musician that is watching this right now, because this is something that I literally was asked to be a part of, and ever since then, my life has changed exponentially. this is a vehicle for unsigned artists. Now, I know that there's a lot of terrestrial radio stations that try to do this on a local level. There is a radio station, a terrestrial radio station in Greencastle, Pennsylvania, of all places. This is a town of about 1,300 people. And this is no exaggeration, but they have a radio station. WRGG. 93.7, man. The hits of the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And they have the show that comes on twice a week. It is the Hugs Show, the Homegrown Underground Sound Show. And they concentrate on independent music from around the world. And at the same time, this little independent station has taken this show and taken it from this little town of 1,500 people in Pennsylvania and has turned this thing into a worldwide phenomenon. In fact, one of the people, Marcelo Obregon, one of the people that are also on the charts right now, a great musician, and even has his own guitar studio in L.A., has joined us in the chat. Marcelo, how you doing, buddy? Glad that you can make it. But it's a terrific show, and they do help the unsigned artist. And if you want to be a part of it, it's very simple. You take your two best tracks, make sure they're 1, of broadcast quality, 2, FCC clean, and 3, in MP3 format. Send them to hugsunderground@gmail.com, attention G. The people there will listen to it, and if they deem it's good enough, they'll put you on the air. It's just that simple. And they have done really, Zaz said, FCC, we don't need no stinking FCC. Spoken like a true internet guy. So that's what's happening there. And we're very pleased. People like Marcelo and Megan and myself, we're all very, very pleased with the reception that we've gotten from that show and the support that we've gotten from people like you and the show itself. And we all thank you individually and collectively very, very much. In fact, let me do this. As promised. It's been the greatest. Oh man, tell me about it. It's been an amazing year. I don't mind telling you. So I want to do this song. I was warming up this evening, and I thought about this song. I don't know why, but this song just popped into my head, and I went, you know what? I'm going to play this tonight because I haven't played this in the longest time. It's an old Neil Young song. I caught you knocking at my cellar door. I love you, baby, can I have some more? Gone, gone, the damage done. I hit my city and I lost my band. I watched the needle take another man. Gone, gone, the damage done. I sing the song because I love the man. I know that some of you don't understand milk, but to keep from running out. I sing the needle and the damage done. A little part of it in everyone, but every donkey's like a setting sun. don't know why I thought of that song tonight, but I did, and I'm glad I played that. I haven't played that in the longest time. I appreciate that. Catching up on things, and thank you, by the way, if you just joined us. Thank you very much for stopping in. I certainly do appreciate it. Come on into the chat room. We're having a ball in here. As a matter of fact, Adam and Megan and Marcelo and everybody, they're talking amongst themselves, trying to keep up on that. Let's see. I need to get some of Tim's coffee, says Marcelo. As always, check with your physician first. Love the song, says Megan. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate it. A trick I do to copy and paste the needed letters. Yes, this is true. Adam and Zath are talking about copying and pasting. That's always a lot of fun. My dad used to play the CD in the truck when I was little. Yeah, Harvest. Great album. Terrific album. It's allergies. I swear it's allergies. I just got the new album, Homegrown, a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, if you're a fan of Neil Young, you need to get this album. It is the missing link between Harvest and Comes a Time. It's a terrific album. It really is. Marcel says he's not bad for a southpaw. Yeah, a southpaw that plays right-handed. Go ahead, say it. I dare you. Southpaw. He's a flagpole too. No. He missed my comment. Donna said CD or 8-track. Well, no. Quadraphonic cassette. So there you go. Just saying. Never had an 8-track. Oh, Adam, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing, my man. There was something about being able to fly down the street at 70 miles an hour, and you're playing that song, and the CD would do something like, when it was ready to change the track, it would do something like this. But every job, I seen the needle and the damage done. Damage done, a little part of it in. And it would just drive you nuts. I remember my brother had a copy of Leonard Skinner's first album. And yeah, that happened during Freebird. You want to talk about frustration. Just, yeah, you know. But yeah, no, the 8-tracks, bring them back. Why not? They're bringing back cassettes. As a matter of fact, are you ready for this? I just read a couple of weeks ago, or just a couple of days ago, actually, that cassettes in England have doubled in the last year. Think about that for a minute. Everybody that's asked me, why did you release your album in vinyl? That's why. It's all retro, man. It's all coming back. Marcelo said, yeah, no rewind. Well, it depends on what kind of deck you had. You could fast forward it. You could fast forward it all over the place. 8-tracks had an issue with the pinch roller. They would melt being left in the car. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some of them actually did have that. And Donna says Amazon Music. Yeah, there you go. When in doubt, just go to Spotify. Welcome to the 21st century. So, yeah. Oh, my goodness me. Yeah. How did we get onto 8-tracks? I have no idea. It's one of those nights. If you're new to the show, this is what I'm talking about. We have no script. We have no filter. It doesn't matter. We have people talking to each other in the chat room. Come on in. We'd love to talk to you. It'd be great. Marcelo says, I love vinyl. I do too. Especially with a little salt on it, 350 over a low flame. It's really great. Donna says, I do. I know I do. I've got all my vinyl. I do a thing on my Facebook page and my Instagram page every Sunday. This week's Choice of Listening. Where I'll just take a vinyl album from my collection, and that's what I play on a Sunday morning. You got to do it. You got to do it just to say that yeah. I use Google Play. Yeah, though they're changing that. Yeah, they are. Big time. You don't want to do that anymore. Speaking of music, I don't know how many of you, or if any of you for that matter, Donna says, Abba, stop it. Just stop it. The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Reunion. Don't even get me started on them being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Has anybody been following this crap with Kanye lately? In case you haven't heard, he's running. Tell them to play some Zappa. Oh, Megan. We would jam in Joe's garage with a people post in a. Don't get me started, young lady. Pull out some. What do you think of my new? Pull out some. What do you think of my new car? Yeah, watch this channel get canceled. Anyway, poor dude. I know. I hear you. Yeah, Kanye has. Well, let's face it. He's officially lost his mind. There's really no polite way to put it. First off, he swears he's Megan quoting Zappa. Turn it down! Don't you boys know any nice songs? I'm calling the police. I told Megan the story. She once confided in me that she thought that she loved Peaches and Regalia when she was in, what was it, junior high, and my oldest son Jim. I made the mistake of turning him on to Zappa. Told him about Zappa when he was 12. Big mistake. Because by the time he was 14, he had bought all 106 Zappa albums. Big mistake. And so, yeah, Valley Girl, yeah. Tell us about your 12-string. I happen to love it, says Elena. There's really not much to tell, to be honest with you. This is, this guitar right here, I actually, believe it or not, I bought this on eBay. It is an Oscar Schmidt 12-string. Oscar Schmidt being a side brand, a subsidiary of Washburn Guitars. And as I said, somebody was selling this used for like $100, and these things go for about twice, 3 times that. And of course, me being the person that I am, I jumped on it, and I brought it to my luthier of choice, the good folks at Hidden Music in Palos Hills, Illinois, and he modified it so I could play it my way. Pardon me. And really, that's the entire story. I had a 12-string once before. I had, and Marcelo helped me out with this because I know you have heard of this brand. I had an EKO guitar, a 12-string, which I was very, very proud of. And I love this thing. In fact, I'm trying to find another one. I love that guitar, but the problem was when I went into the Army in 1979, it was in a soft shell case. Marcelo says, yes, they're hard to come across. This is true. You are absolutely right. And I have found this out. But I had this beautiful EKO 12-string in a soft shell case, and they put it in the baggage. I didn't put it in the overhead. They put it in the baggage on a flight between Chicago and Frankfurt, Germany. And when I got to my room, when I got to Frankfurt, I went, pull out my guitar. And I pulled out my guitar, and I picked it up, and I went, okay, we're going to play this. And I looked down into the sound hole, and there's light coming from the bottom of the guitar inside. And I went, oh my God. And I turned around, and the bottom of the guitar was completely crushed. Gone. Okay, no problem. All my stuff's insured by the Army, right? Yeah, sure, no problem at all. I'll put in a claim. Yeah, it was covered, provided the plane went down at sea. This is what I was told. I miss that guitar, and I've never had another 12-string, and I swore before I died I was going to get another 12 string, and I was saving up. I was actually saving up for a Martin. I really want a Martin 12 string, but this came along at a time when I really needed it. I needed it to record for Honor Among Thieves, and that's a true story. I bought two 12 string guitars. I bought an Eastwood electric 12 string, and this guitar that I used for. I used this for live performances, and the Eastwood I used to record the 12 string on Sunrise Also Fell and Dime a Dozen Times. So that's the story, Elena. Hope you liked it. As I told you, it's really just really nothing. So yeah, everybody's like, ouch, oh no. Zath has returned with a burrito and a Mountain Dew. Okay, I'm really glad you're working, pal. Thanks so much. Gainer's talking. Yeah, if you need me, I'll be over here. Engineers, what are you going to do? So that's what's up with that. Oh, man. But thank you to everybody that is joining us again this evening. What were we talking about? We're talking about Kanye. Yeah. Okay. So, Kanye... Give him coffee. Yeah, no, don't give Kanye coffee. No. And don't give Zath coffee. No. No. He's like, you ever seen that cartoon of Stewie Griffin after he's done a bunch of pop and things like that? He just sits in the corner going, I'm vibrating. Yeah, he does that a lot. Thank you. I love the sound, says Elena. Thank you, Elena. I certainly appreciate it. And I appreciate you being a good friend, and I appreciate you being a fan of the show. Adam wants to know, Zath, where's mine? Yeah, I hope you did bring enough for the entire class, mister. Because you got some hungry people here. Okay? And we've got visitors. We got visitors from LA. We've got visitors from from Pittsburgh. Come on, dude. Divvy up. Or call out. I don't care. Taco Bell, we'll do it all. I don't care. So Kanye is running for president. How does one buy your music? Well, there's many ways that you can buy the music. You can go to my website at timgainer.com, and that will give you all the information that you need. It's your one-stop shop, if you will. It is available. The album and the CD are both available on the website. The MP or the streaming services, all the streaming services have it. Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, everybody that you can think of. iTunes, Apple Music, whatever they're calling themselves this week. They all have it. But go to timgainer.com. We'd love to have you. We'd love to hear from you. And also, if you sign up and register, you can get the monthly newsletter letting you know what's happening in GainerWorld and keeping up on things and talking about an upcoming show that we have in November. People are hopefully playing out again. I know a lot of musicians are starting to play out, which is kind of a fun thing. Some are not for obvious reasons. They started to, but then they didn't. Zaz says he has 12 burritos to share, but oops, too bad, there's no food transfer protocol. Yeah, okay. Somehow I just get this feeling I can just see Zath just kind of like cramming a burrito down into the modem. I don't know why. Lena says, enough said. Yes, timgainer.com. Please, by all means. I invite that. And speaking of inviting things, because I'm pulling this thing out a lot tonight, I don't keep up much on this, but he is running for or from the president. Yes, both. Planned a road trip last time. That didn't happen. Give me the deets. We are tentatively scheduled in November for a show in Chicago, a little tiny place called Montrose Saloon. One of my favorite places. We played there last summer. Or not last summer. Yeah, last summer. And had a ball. It's a great little spot. It's one of the most unique places. It's small, but it's got the neatest little stage and the greatest ambiance of any modern music venue on the north side of Chicago, which, by the way, is legendary. We're also talking to the folks at Sylvie's to reschedule our show from earlier this year. So we might have that coming up. Either way, stay tuned. Go to timgainer.com. It'll have all the details there. Okay? For Dan the Man, let's do one for Dan the Man. Because the Danimal is the man. I just want all of you to know that. He is the man. This is one of those songs that, while I was practicing today, I went, is Pop Sound Chicago still around? No. If they are, I don't know. And Adam also now has Mountain Dew. So now the entire crowd is caffeinated. Lord help us all. Okay, let's try this. Again, this is one of those songs I don't play all that often. But again, this is one of those songs while I was practicing today, and I went, boy, I haven't played this forever. You mean this one? Or the buzz of all the people on caffeine? So, yeah. I'm looking through you. Where did you go? I thought I knew you. What did I know? You don't look different, but you have changed. I'm looking through you. You're not the same. Your lips are moving. I cannot hear. Your voice is soothing, but the words aren't clear. The only difference is you're down there. I'm looking through you, and you're nowhere. Why, tell me, why did you not treat me right? Love has a nasty habit of disappearing overnight. I'm looking through you. Where did you go? I thought I knew you. What did I know? You don't look different, but you have changed. I'm looking through you. You're not the same. Why, tell me, why did you not treat me right? Love has a nasty habit of disappearing overnight. I'm looking through you. Where did you go? I thought I knew you. What did I know? The only difference is you're down there. I'm looking through you. You're not the same. Yeah. Baby change. That's enough of that. Like I said, I don't play that song very much. But, yeah, just, you do that every once in a while. If you're a musician, you know what I'm talking about. You have those songs that influenced you and that you just really love. And you just get to playing them. And just all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just pops into your head. And I enjoy doing stuff like that. So Adam liked it. Marcel said, cool, man. DJ Zath says, the burrito is hot. 20 minutes in the nuker definitely warms it up. Oh, wow, dude. Aren't you supposed to do that for like 2 or 3 minutes or something like that? I mean, if it's a frozen burrito, I mean, come on, man. You're going to glow in the dark after eating that thing. I appreciate everybody that's stopped in this evening. Again, if you're new to this little clam bake, you can tell we've got lots of friends that are in the chat room right now. We do this every week. We just kind of all get together and make sure that we're okay and kind of kick the quarantine blues and play a couple of songs and just kind of hang out. That's what this entire show is about. Everybody, just friends and new friends and old friends, just getting together and just making sure we're all right. Because, like I said, this year has been really strange. What other musicians, bands, artists really inspired you growing up? Is there anyone in particular that you drew from, says Megan? I always refer to my big three, and they are in this order: the Beatles, King Crimson, and Genesis. Of course, I was one of those people, and I've told the story a million times. I remember it very well. I was up in a bedroom that my brother Patrick and I shared, and my mother came down, or came upstairs, and she looked at me and said, so Ed Sullivan's going to be on, and there's this new music group. They weren't bands then, they were groups. That's going to be on TV, and why don't you come downstairs and, see what you think? I said, okay. And you know what I'm talking about. I don't have to tease it anymore. February 9th, 1964. I was short of my 7th birthday. And I was one of the people that got to see the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. It was a game changer. It was a game changer. It changed my entire life. I wanted to be a radio DJ when I was 4. I knew that. Not after seeing them guys. Although I did spend 10 years in radio in my lifetime. So, yes, the Beatles were a huge influence. Then there was a September morning in 1969 that my brother Pat came home, and I was in the front room of my family's house. And he brought home this album, and he said, "You've got to hear this." Now, Pat and I shared a lot of music. Wow, you are old, says Donna. Yes. I'm not proud. And he brought home this album. He and I had a lot of shared taste in music. And he brought this album home, and he says, "You've got to play it." And he went to my parents' Zenith Hi-Fi that we had in the corner of the living room. And he put on side 1 of In the Court of the Crimson King. Anybody who's familiar with that album knows that the very first track on that is the epic song 21st Century Schizoid Man. And I was literally blown away. Now, mind you, I was 12 years old. I was blown away by that. And became a fan of them to this day. The front room, yes, down there at the front room, had the hi-fi going there, because we was down there on 91st Street, down on Levitt. That's right, in the front room. You're Southside too, Elena. Stop it. You say the same thing and you know it. And then there's a third pivotal moment in my life when I was alone in my house one day. I think it was in 1973, 72, 73 it might have been. 72. And I was watching the Midnight Special. Great TV show. Friday night came on. This was during the days when people were trying to get rock music into the mainstream. And you had great shows on Friday and Saturday night, like In Concert and in the Midnight Special and some talk show that Chipmunk had on. But I'll never forget this as long as I live. Steve Miller, who I ironically got to meet later on in life, was on the show, and he comes on and he says, "So this is band that we're going to be presenting next. They do a thing called opera rock, and they're called Genesis, and let's check them out." That night they played the Musical Box, Watcher of the Skies, and Watcher of the Skies. And by the time they were done with Musical Box, I was literally in tears. I'd never heard a mix of music like this before in my life. So my major influences after all that rambling is, yes, I'm into good old-fashioned rock and roll. I love me some prog. There's so many others. Sean Phillips, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Muddy Waters. Just an incredible. The fact that I got to grow up in Chicago and be part of the melting pot of the 60s and 70s, all of that together, I feel very blessed about. Donna says, Wolfman Jack. No, oh, don't. No, not Wolfman Jack. More like Casey Kasem. That's right. I'm Casey Kasem and I'm an idiot. Now on with the countdown. I loved Casey. I don't care. And now it's time for our request and dedication. This comes from a listener who asks, Dear Casey, I'm standing naked on top of the shopping mall with an AK-47 in my hands. Casey, before I kill all the patrons in the store, would you please play I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston? Bloodlust, here's your request and dedication. Now on with the countdown. Abba. Stop with the Abba. Stop it. Stop it. Game over, man. It's the end of the world. Have ourselves and keep reaching for the stars. Keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars, and keep your foot in the mashed potatoes. Yeah, I'm Casey Kasem. Here's your dead dog dedication. Don't even start with me, Seth. I think I have a copy of that. And then again, what radio DJ doesn't have a copy of that? Wolfman Jack did the Midnight Special. Yes, you are right about that, Donna. You are right. He did do. Bert Sugarman produced it, and Wolfman Jack was the host. Can you tell us more about your radio days? Wow. Do you really want me, Elena? Do you really want me to go into all this? I mean, my stock answer for things like this is I spent 20 years on the road, 10 years in radio, and 30 years in vain. That's how it went. I spent 10 years in radio. I worked for stations in Illinois. My first job was at a station in Carbondale, right outside of Carbondale. I worked for 4 years for an AM/FM combo in Indiana that I will not mention the call letters to because they don't deserve my publicity. And I also worked for anybody who is familiar with Chicago radio. Also worked for the bus, WBUS, outside of Chicago and Kankakee. Also worked for Super CFL, the late great Super CFL in Morris. We do have time, says Donna. Yes. Okay. It's an hour show, guys. I'm just saying. Did 10 years. I was very privileged to win 9 awards for my production work in radio. I was on the air, did every single shift. And if you ever go into the library and find a publication called The Who's Who in Entertainment, for 1991, on page 392, somewhere in between Mickey Dolenz and Michael Jackson, you will find my name. I'm just saying. Zath, we're going to need more burritos. Zath said, I was just going to mention something about the bus. Yes, I did work for the bus. I did. I did weekend overnights. Pardon me. And that was the very last job that I did in radio. That was after they sold that. I got a phone call one day from the program director. We had heard this rumor that they were going to be sold, but we didn't know to what company. And the program director called me one night, and he just went, and like, hello? Timmy, almost dead. Got sold to a Spanish network. Did we can see? Okay. And that's how the bus died. They got sold. The owners sold it to a Spanish network. So that was the end of that. So yeah, that's part of my life. And the Reader's Digest version, again, available on timgainer.com, along with his worthless music. The bus crashed. Yeah, The bus crashed and burned, dude. We brought it into the station head first. I'm here to tell you, we went right through the wall. I was the second, and I'm very proud to say that I am the second to last person to actually appear on that station. Donna said country radio. Yes, I did. I believe it or not, I actually did do country radio for 4 years. Believe it or not. You want to talk about working in a bell factory. It was an AM, one station that I did work with. It's what's called an AM/FM combo. The AM combo, the AM side was oldies and kind of like adult contemporary, and the FM side was country. And yeah, I had to do, don't forget WCKG. I interned at WCKG. That was my intern job when I was in radio school. Marcelo says, you have the voice. Well, thank you, Marcelo. I also, as you can tell, have a face made for radio, but that's a different story altogether. So yeah, no, that was, in fact, I met, and people from Chicago will remember this, I met Keith Van Horn, because he did sports for WCKG. Keith Van Horn, the former Bears running back, who was part of the Super Bowl team. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Don't know how this turned into a quick question and answer. Which station was it? Belmont and Central? That was XRT, WXRT. I think they might have moved. I think they may still be there, as a matter of fact. I know that the family sold it, and they're now part of a CBS. I think they're part of CBS now. But yeah, that's who they used to be. So yeah, the station I was referring to, XRT, right, exactly. 93 XRT, Chicago's finest music. Okay, great to be able to go down this trip down memory lane. I appreciate the question and answer session. I guess everybody... No, CKG was not at Belmont and Central. CKG was in the John Hancock Center. They were in the John Hancock Center. Don't get me started on Steve. Let's not get started on Steve, dude. I understand. Steve Dahl, one of the greats in radio. Don't, Zath. I know. I get it. Donna says, tell us about your time in prison. Did you have to bring that up? Go on. I did my time, man. So what if there's a restraining order? It's not true. It's not true. Alrighty. Well, on that note, boys and girls, let's go ahead and wrap this up while he still has a shred of his dignity left. I'm sorry I started this. Yeah, so am I, Elena. No, I'm just kidding, honey. I love you. You know that. But I appreciate everybody. The pillows bite back. Yeah, dig it. But I appreciate everybody that joined me again this week. We'll definitely do this next week. By all means, tell your friends. Tell everybody you know. We have a lot of fun here, as you can tell. We hang out, we talk to each other, play a couple of songs. Somehow this turned into an interrogation session. I don't know why, but it's all good to me. It's all part of what we do here on this show. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much for joining us. Tell your friends, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff, hit the notification bell. We'll tell you when we're on next. But for sure, we'll definitely do this. Same bat time, same bat channel next week. Again, thank you to DJ Zath and the Warp Radio Network for simulcasting this evening, warp-radio.com, warp-radio.tv. Also, thank you for the exemplary work that you did for putting us on Twitch tonight. Thank you to all our friends on Twitch that were checking us out tonight. Certainly do appreciate it. I'll get notifications now, says Marcelo. Catch you next week. I'll catch you next week, my brother. Thank you. I'll catch all of you next week. Thank you all so very much for being a part of this and supporting. Please subscribe. Getting to 100 subscribers would be a lot of fun. It's just a personal ego thing for me. So subscribe, do all that fun stuff. In fact, in other words, hey, if you like it, you know what to do. Be good to each other. Take care of each other. Be good to yourselves. Stay in tune. And we'll see you back here next week. And again, the only way I know how to end this show, like this.